Sorella, Lady of the House of Martok, has requested that you meet her at the house estate in the Ketha lowlands. She did not explain why she wanted to see you, but I expect that she has some tasks she would like completed. The House of Martok has lost much prestige since I took the Chancellor's seat. But they still have many allies among the KDF, and I am loath to reject Sorella's request without a good reason. Gaining the favor of the House of Martok could serve you well, but remember, they have many enemies. I harbor no ill towards Sorella, but do not get caught up in her vengeance against me. It would not be in your best interest. Serve the Empire well.
Ah, the estate of House Martok. It has been too long. After Gowron stripped my house of its titles and lands, this place became my home. I will defend it and House Martok to my final breath. Come, Lady Sorella waits for us ahead. Believe me when I say it is unwise to keep her waiting.
Welcome. I will skip the usual pleasantries. We have serious matters to discuss. The House of Martok has many enemies. Some of them seek to curry favor with Gempok, or the House of Duras, by striking at us. Until now, most of these attacks have been little more than a nuisance. But now we know that an enemy may be plotting to assassinate Worf, and my grandson, Maven, may also be a target. The filthy Baktag willing to carry out such dishonorable attacks must be stopped. And so, I ask you to find these assassins and eliminate them.
Any threat to House Martok dealt with, my lady. On that, you have my word as a warrior. Where is Maven now?
He is on his way to the Batleth tournament on Forcus 3 with your father. Worf assured me that he would handle security matters during the trip, but that was before you reported your findings to me. Before you go, I have another concern. Our local farmers reported seeing a Romulan here recently. Given Kemtar's suspicions of a house collaborating with the Tal Shiar, it seems to be an odd coincidence. We need to know what the Romulan was doing here before you leave for the tournament.
A Romulan? Here? Once I would have considered that impossible. But we live in strange times. Maybe they have come to their senses and joined with the Empire against the Federation. I haven't seen this Romulan myself, but one of the others might have. You have my leave to speak with the workers. One of them might have seen your pointy-eared interloper about.
Of what interest is a Klingon farm to a Romulan?
The only thing I've paid attention to of late has been the lack of rain. But you're a warrior, not a farmer. You wouldn't be interested in that. Sorry I couldn't help you.
The Togs have been busy tearing up my roots, but other than that, I haven't seen anything unusual.
I remember seeing the Romulan. He said he was a surveyor hired to architect a new irrigation system. He set up equipment on the hill over there, but I haven't seen him lately. It wouldn't surprise me if he's up to no good. You can never trust a Romulan.
This surveyor may be more than he seems. The idea... I see the equipment there. It is definitely Romulan tech. That is definitely Romulan gear, but it is not surveying equipment. It is a short-range EM trap. Well done. We still have a suspicion. There is a shipping and receiving area nearby, close to a land. Feral Tom is always a problem at this time of year.
Yes, I remember this man. It's not every day you see a Romulan in the Catha lowlands. He didn't say he was a surveyor, though. He told me that he was a part of a diplomatic... Martok would have never let a Romulan set foot on our world. That's why I don't think much of Jimpak. He's too soft. The oddest thing, however, his codes were valid, and he had labor.
And now our surveyor is a diplomat. A Tal Shiar spy seems more likely. I processed that delivery. It was ordered by the House of Martok. They needed explosives for digging out a new irrigation system. The order was placed by Lady Sorella with her signature and authorization codes. She must need the new irrigation channel badly. Normally, Sorella delays such tasks until the winter, when the farm hands aren't busy with planting. This spy is clever. We should focus our search near the... The signal is getting weaker. The signal is getting stronger! The signal is getting stronger! There! By the ship! What is that Romulan
The
doing?
House of Martok will crumble, and with it, the rest of the Klingon Empire. You cannot stop what has begun.
Treacherous for shock! It's an ambush! They're finished! Deal with that bomb before it kills us all! This ship, it is the Rotaran, the flagship of House Martok. It would have been a fatal blow, both to the house and its honor. We charge. One thing is clear. Whoever is behind this plot, we must continue the hunt, Mike. Ever since Gempok recognized the government on New Romulus, the number of Romulan ships in orbit over Kronos has increased. Most very well. I am willing to continue, as long as you... There's a lot of warp and impulse traffic in the area. It's too much for the scanners to handle, especially if we're dealing with a cloaked ship. That's assuming the ship is still in the system. They may have gone to warp as soon as the spy stepped off the transporter pad. Ah, your intuition served us well, my friend. Scanners are detecting trace singularity distortions from the nearby asteroids. I believe a cloaked Romulan warbird
I'm being pursued by annoying Klingon insects. What are they called? Ah, yes. Glob flies. As much as I would love to dance, I have a pressing appointment elsewhere, so let's change partners.
Sensors are clear. Let's see if we can follow the warp trail of the Romulan leader. Scanning. Ah, there it is. Warp trail detected. Sensor analysis indicates that the Romulan is headed for the Forkis system. Agreed. I believe Lady Sorella's suspicions were correct. The Romulans mean to kill Maven and anyone that gets in their way. Like my father. Both Maven and my father are formidable warriors, but even they can be overwhelmed by numbers and treachery. I must... We have arrived in the Forkis system. The Warbird's warp trail. I've hailed him several times. Yes, she is dropping...
You're becoming an annoyance. You have...
Beat neutral! He closed! Scan for energy traces so we can follow him.
Shields have failed.
These Klingons are helping the Romulans! They are Makwi! Cloaked again! We must find him! Quickly!
You cannot stop. It's already set in motion. The Klingon Empire will fall.
Ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed.
Tarson may have beamed himself and his agents to the surface. He also has Klingon traitors aiding his cause. We have more work to do, my friend.
In the area. Stay alert.
Any Romulans here will be well hidden, but their Klingon allies will be able to move freely. Even so, someone...
Did you see Jim Puck when he was young and still fighting in the tournaments? Oh, now that was something to behold. He was masterful and fluent, not like the young targs here these days. I'm surprised that some of them can hold on to their paddlets for the entire match. Ah! Wonderful! Another stout warrior eager to hear a story of my glory days in battle. Pull up a chair and I'll allow you the honor of buying me a bloodline.
Have you seen the fighter from the House of Duras?
Is General Chang fought to harm? And what do you think of...
The enemy is devious, moving in disguise. Hearing the chanting and sounds of bat'leths reminds me of the first time I celebrated the Côte Baval festival. That was the first time I remember understanding what it means to be a Klingon warrior.
There is a priority target in the area. Stay alert.
Well, Nuchnech, speak quickly. I have a tournament to run and little time for fools. Access is limited to maintenance staff and competitors. If you have a security concern, take it up with security. I am, and you will explain your impudence before I show you why I am in charge.
There is another way. Is it...
Not as a competitor, but we do have an opening for an exhibition match. one of the fighters put an end. Then combat. You shall. And now, an exhibition match. This concludes the exhibition. Our next match will begin shortly. Ha! You fight well. Work on your form, and you might qualify for next year's tournament. You may use the locker rooms to clean up. Go. Should you have the courage, I will allow you the honor of buying me a blood wine later. Perhaps we will see if you drink as well as you fight.
I said that I would tell you the story of how I came to be called Kemtar. Kemtar was the name of a warrior who saved my father from assassins on Moranga Ford. I used the name Kemtar to honor his memory, to remind me of what it means to be Klingon.
What's this? A glob fly, the insect bust.
More traitors in league with Tarsi. They must be preparing to strike.
Target located. Crimes include sabotage and assassination. Termination authorized.
You are looking for Maven? He is in another room, further down the hallway.
Maven has fallen to treachery. The House of Martok will have its revenge.
Tor, I need reinforcements.
What is the meaning of this, Alexander? Maven was sent here to replace his equipment, and yet I find you here, surrounded.
Lady Sorella feared that you alone would not be able to keep her grandson safe. followed these Romulans here, and would have stopped them had these halls not been filled with Klingon traitors. And where were you when these assassins struck?
I see you have been listening to my son's conspiracy theories again. He talks of peace and uniting the houses, yet here he is, with a blade in his hand, looking for glory. I told you I wanted nothing to do with this.
While you were here at the tournament, assassins moved against Lady Sorella at her own estate. If we hadn't tracked down this agent and disarmed his explosive, she would be dead as well. And we have encountered Klingons hiding in the shadows, with blades at our backs.
I have not seen some evidence, but I believe what you say. We will get to the bottom of this. That does not mean we can act rashly. If the Klingons aiding these agents, then we are still in danger.
Agreed. A great house conspiring with the Tal Shiar.
Sorella and the rest of the House of Martok will mourn for her grandson. But I must also see that security remains a priority. To start, I am sending you a recruit from our house, the warrior Belera. She's been personally trained by me and will aid your crew as we fight against the House of Torg.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. My former jailers were from that house. At least, before we sent them to Greppa on the frozen tundra of Rurapente. You have fought with me this far, my friend. Will you see this through to the end? Help me serve House Torg, a dish colder than the gulag they used to command